The gaming life. State legislation passed in 1931 allowed wide. Organized crime and a man named Bugsy. Between 1920 and 19... When parts of the state were under ocean. It is Sunday, February 2nd. We are here at the Springs Preserve, Nevada State Museum. Springs Preserve and Nevada State Museum. Definitely going to do the State Museum. And I'm probably going to walk the preserve too. Possibly put that in two separate videos. It is a Sunday. It's about 57 degrees out Fahrenheit. This next couple of days is actually going to get into the low 70s. Peak, as usually, around like 3. The board of the Las Vegas Valley Water District thanks all those who helped with and supported the creation of the Springs Preserve. All right, we're gonna head to the Nevada State Museum first. All right, we're heading in. Got the museum store right here. Created by Sammy Davis Jr. Hello, Mr. Porcupine. Oh, what do we got here? The Killers have been performed in over 50 countries and 6 continents. The Killers are considered one of the biggest rock bands of the 21st century. Cool, cool. In 2005, paleontologists from the University of Nevada, Las Vegas, found dinosaur bones and fossilized plant depressions in an ancient stream bed from the Willow Tank Formation. This forested area included fossil dinosaurs as well as plants and animal species that survived until modern times. Go up to like Boulder City. You can see some bighorn sheep probably up there sometimes. The desert does its best. The desert does its best talking at night. I like that. Whoa. Flora and fauna. Nevada may seem monotonous land, yet nearly 4,000 plant and animal species live here. 209 found nowhere else. 4,000 plant and animal species live here. 2009, nowhere else. Oh, look at these little guys. On parts of the state we're under ocean. These things are what used to swim around in them. $65 million years ago, outpourings of volcanic ash covered much of the state. Tectonic forces welded California, Oregon, and Washington to the west coast. Then, about 30 million years ago, the process began that created the basin and range geology of steep mountains and flat valleys across Nevada. I know we hit 120 last year. Possibly even got to 121. This right here is Nevada's state fossil.
Speaking for myself, I sold all my holdings and ended up broke. I don't know. At least I can say I made a name for myself.
Why so precious? Rocks all around us. What kind of rocks are in Nevada's mountains? The front of the cave shows different kinds of limestone. Limestone formed in the bottom of the vast sea, which covered most of Nevada from 200 to 600 million years ago. Today, nearby Mount Charleston is primarily limestone. when Las Vegas was born in 1905, it was on her former land. She was the first Las Vegas woman elected to the school board, the first postmaster, and the first woman to serve on the jury. She's known as the First Lady of Las Vegas. And her 1926 funeral was the largest ever witnessed in Las Vegas.
Education was important to Helen Stewart, and the death of a children's tutor motivated her to send the two girls and Archibald to a boarding school in California. Archie felt abandoned and homesick. When he was going for a ride with a family friend, he became separated and was picked up by the police. He took the opportunity to pull a few legs by embellishing his story. Here's the newspaper account of his escapade.
The Los Angeles Record, November 26th. Youthful liar is 12-year-old Archibald Stewart, according to his sisters. The story. Archibald Stewart was found wandering on the streets of Pasadena Thursday by the police, crying and penniless. He says he was on his way to Nevada, where his mother had gone a few days ago, leaving tickets for him and his two sisters. His ticket. Archie darted to Woodford. Archie was very anxious to go east with Mom. He was rather spunky when he was not permitted to do so. That was all there is to it.
Hoover Dam. The buildings of Hoover Dam in the 1930s was the big bonanza for Las Vegas. Brought in thousands of workers in the midst of massive unemployment. Despite dangerous, hot working conditions, the dam was finished in fewer than 5 years. God, I feel like I can't even get a street done in Las Vegas. Road construction done oh well as taming the Colorado River and providing water and power for the Southwest. Hoover Dam transformed the small town of Las Vegas into a major city.
To say, don't touch my phone.
We got segregation in early Las Vegas. By 1942, more than 2,000 moved to southern Nevada to work at the basic magnesium plant. In a wartime atmosphere, Las Vegas became an increasingly segregated community where African Americans, even world-renowned entertainers, could not stay or dine at strip hotels. This changed in 1960 when African American community leaders threatened the demonstration on the strip. The resort almost feared bad publicity and desegregated the hotels.
Put this on so it can go to your shirt, some on your clothes.
Life is a stage. Nothing represents Las Vegas more than a showgirl. The glamour, feathers, and bright colors were unlike anything tourists saw back home. That new movie that just came out, the Pamela Anderson, it's like an old school Las Vegas showgirl. Check that out. Las Vegas showgirl is a product of 19th century Parisian music halls. If I ever say a word wrong, of course correct me in the comments, but don't roast me too hard. Costume worn in Hallelujah Hollywood at the original MGM Grand, 1970s. So Betty Willis designed the famous "Welcome to Fabulous Las Vegas" sign, built in 1958. She didn't copyright it. Happy to see its extensive use. Willis remarked, "When I designed it, the average lifespan of a sign was about 10 years. So I thought it would be gone long ago." Las Vegas, from railroad town to today. After the Mormons abandoned their mission in 1857, Las Vegas was reborn as a railroad town in 1905. The San Pedro, Los Angeles, and Salt Lake Railroad bought land and water rights and controlled the city for years. Downtown streets that parallel the railroad tracks but do not run in a north-south direction are a reminder of its early dominance. And we have Hoover Dam, built from 1931 to 1935, provided tourists payrolls in Lake Mead. Combined with 1931 state laws legalizing gambling and liberalizing divorce rules, Las Vegas became a tourist town. World War II brought an air base and a magnesium plant, tripling the population. Changing from Old West imagery to more exotic themes in the 1950s, the brilliantly lit Las Vegas became a world destination. The Mirage gone now. The Mirage was basically like the first mega resort on the Strip, which made way for all the other ones. Howard Hughes arrives in 1966 and buys several Las Vegas hotels. His presence helped pave the way for corporations to own casinos. Some people probably think that wasn't the best thing, but kind of see that at the end of the casino. So when the corporations came in and took over everything, now it's like Disneyland. Organized crime and a man named Bugsy. Between 1920 and 1933, the 18th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution prohibited the purchase and sale of alcohol. When Prohibition ended, illegal bootleggers sought new revenue. Prominent among them were New Yorkers Meyer Lansky and Benjamin Bugsy Siegel. Siegel came west to control the horse race wire business. He and Lansky bought hidden interests in downtown Las Vegas clubs. After publisher Billy Wilkerson ran out of money building the Flamingo Hotel, Siegel muscled in on the project and opened it in 1946. Because of perceived cost overruns, Lansky had Siegel killed. His gang-style execution sparked widespread publicity about Las Vegas and began the myth of Bugsy Siegel in Las Vegas. Siegel didn't build the Flamingo or invent the Strip. He wasn't a visionary, but a cold-blooded murderer. His death, however, made Las Vegas famous. I'm gonna head back to the Atomic Museum soon, film that over. did that during when Oppenheimer first came out. Downtown Las Vegas. While the rest of the nation was plunged into financial strife due to the Great Depression, the population boomed in Las Vegas from the early 1930s, mainly due to the construction of the nearby Hoover Boulder Dam. There was a modernization of the former frontier town to an established city. Historic West Side. African Americans began migrating to southern Nevada in 1905 as soon as Las Vegas Township was founded. During the 1920s, some of the community resided in downtown Las Vegas. However, in the 1930s, the city initiated a push to relocate blacks to what is now known as Historic West Side. This area was a much ignored location west of the railroad tracks that lacked basic infrastructure. Despite this and the complications of racism and segregation, African Americans built a phenomenal community that flourished. Entertainment options over the years included the Moulin Rouge, Cotton Club, and the Carver House. These photos taken by J. Florian Mitchell provided a glimpse of the richness, communal love, and fun that West Side communities offered to all, regardless of color, class, or economic status. The gaming life. State legislation passed in 1931 allowed wide open gambling, replacing the railroad as the state's dominant industry. Well-known casinos such as Harrah's and Harold's Club in Reno led the way. Gamblers, often criminals, came to Nevada as legitimate businessmen, bringing a new level of expertise. Las Vegas, sparked by the 1946 opening of the Flamingo Hotel, soon became well-known in American culture. Famous Nevadians. Pat McCarran, a powerful U.S. Senator for 20 years. Pat McCarran is often remembered for his strong anti-communist policies, a supporter of air and defense industries in Nevada. Millions recognize his name from McCarran Airport. Now Harry Reid. Rex Bell, popular cowboy movie star Rex Bell left Hollywood in the 1930s for the Searchlight Ranch he shared with his wife, actress Clara Bow. Elected in 1954, Bell served 2 terms as lieutenant governor. You got Ann Martin, worked tirelessly so that Nevada women could vote. Her, I'm not even going to suffragette activities. Suffragette, I'm not good. Activities succeeded. Nevada granted that right in 1914, well before the U.S. Constitution was amended in 1921. Behind the scenes, labor in the culinary union, often overlooked for flashier stories about hotels, gangsters, and entertainment. The culinary union cooperation was crucial to Las Vegas' success. Founded in 1930s, Culinary Union Local 226 represents hotel and restaurant employees, but not casino workers. It successfully negotiated wage, health, and pension benefits for decades. The first major strike did not occur until 1976, followed by a more serious walkout in 1954. More than 18,000 workers seeking better benefits left work for 67 days. All sides in the conflict saw the negative impact on tourism and the local economy. That settlement paved the way for today's long labor peace. Although union membership in America is declining, in Las Vegas, it remains a success story. Casino moguls in modern Las Vegas. He built three largest hotels in the world in that time. 1969 International, which is now the Hilton. They gotta change this. Now the Westgate. The 1973 MGM, now Bally's, now Horseshoe, and the 1993 MGM Grand. Got Wynn over here. Mega Resorts transformed the Strip with this guy. Looking ahead, in the 19th century, Americans moved into the desert lands of the Southwest and discovered an arid, unfamiliar, and often frightening landscape. By mid-20th century, the massive Hoover Dam project made the desert environment of Las Vegas less foreboding. World War II brought thousands to the valley, and many stayed. With the 1950s, Las Vegas was an international tourist destination, and deserts became exotic playgrounds. The rapid and unchecked sprawl of Las Vegas as it grew through the 20th century demonstrated the continued perception that the desert is a wasteland. Demonstrated the continuing perception that the desert is a wasteland and not an environment to be respected and preserved. The challenge of the 21st century is to learn to live lightly on a fragile desert land. What does it mean to live in a state where resources are so fragile? What are the costs? How long do you have to live here before you're truly a Nevadan? What are the stories every Nevadan should know? What sights and sounds do you associate with Nevada? Wet n Wild wasn't even built yet. This is where we had the first El Rancho. This is the festival grounds now.
That's cool. Hello. Oh, you could hear music. Oh, it's Superman! That's so cool. Faster than a speeding bullet, all powerful. Oh wow, this is so cool. Oh wow. It's Superman. Oh wow. This is the cool.
I was not expecting Superman in that phone booth. That was cool. Old Spanish Trail, connecting a network of paths. Between Santa Fe, New Mexico and Los Angeles, California, the Old Spanish Trail followed 3 distinct routes. During its years of documented historical use, the trail accommodated native people, trappers, slavers, traders, and immigrants. While travelers favored the main route, other variants evolved as people sought reliable water sources, shorter distances, adequate forage, less difficult terrain, and safer passage. That shirt's here from 1815, 1900. Rio Grande blanket, 1850 spinning wheel, 19th century. $1900s. That was 19th century. There's a little nature trail you could walk. And downtown Vegas over there. It's a cool show for kids.
Okay, right on. Yeah, I got 20, well, they're empty. I mean, that's what I've been doing back there. I make these, so they're fairly labor